seed-er and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Badgers will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Michigan State. Will dial up the first ball plays in this one. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play.
Turning it on! Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Complete to the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them, because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
On that play, if the running back doesn't see the hole where it's supposed to be, how important is it for him to at least try to stay on track a little bit?
Really important. Try to stay on track, get more south, and it's fine if we only use a yard or if we gain 2 yards, but let's not run backwards or now we start putting ourselves in a negative situation on the next down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Spartans will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. So Wisconsin. Has its first opportunity of the day. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back you can turn the ball to? He's going to get
right? Every single week, defense.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man, getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and...
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. This crowd knows when to bring it. To the air on 2nd down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, in the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. The quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Badgers getting that pass rush from the 2nd level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys, they're tough guys, but one thing you have to have in Wisconsin for defense, versatility when you play linebacker.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll return it from around the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's White. Makes a man miss. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt is in the air.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I gotta say, watching this guy run has given me PTSD from when I played against Michigan State back in college, and they had a big old running back named T.J. Duckett that was wearing our defense down. He got stronger and stronger as the game went on. This guy has a little bit of that in him, too.
As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Dropping back, it's Childs. Unloads to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Bringing the heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Another incompletion on third down. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold. A guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go green, go white. Find the complementing quarterback to this offense.
The Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll ride the hot hand. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Hit as he throws. Caught. Close to the marker. It's Collier. He's loose down the left side. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. They thought they had the lead, and the flag breaks their heart, and now they'll have to try it again. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Collier. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And that's going to tie it up. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Oxford for some time. They're up 14 over Wake Forest. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. What a cut. Now he's loose. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll move the wide receiver. DB's right up on the receivers. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
There he goes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D-linemen, Jerome Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This
lofts one high and deep. Got it.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Badgers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Lining up for the PAT. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. No reason reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
But I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw. It's Child. Fires to the middle. Finds his man. It's Collier. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
They'll leave it with the lone back.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Spartans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Spartans back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dropping back, it's Child. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long. First down marker just short of the goal. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. If you're expecting pressure, the clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
Off play action on 1st down. Dances away. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
using the quick game. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red. Touchdown, Spartan! Fit it in the window for the score.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quick handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Rides to the back. Still on his feet at the 35. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing.
And the Spartans will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season.
Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Spartans will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense will have the ball first. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it's only a matter of time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision, he can cut, and it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up the 3rd and manageable situation.
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. They kick it away on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Spartans offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard runners.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient, make no mistake, they're going to run the football.
Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Off the boot, looking for his man. And incomplete on the deep ball. The quarterback would love to have that throw back, but at least he'll brag that he overthrew that dude.
my arm strength is elite. You see that? I can overthrow guys that can run like that. Yeah, that's probably not what's coming to mind, but, man, you just want to put it out there. Maybe put a little bit more air underneath it. Not a lot more when you got a guy that fast, but, man, that's probably one he wants back.
Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. That last one leaves him 8 yards away from pay dirt. It's 2nd and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Looking downfield, it's Childs. He took a hit as he threw it. Couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Good, right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
They'll go to the ground. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten. It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Makes the grab. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hilton. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. On the move, he fires. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Got it in the middle with Sandy. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. The Red Hawks of Miami are just steamrolling their way to victory. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up 14 over Wake Forest. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
That's caught. It's marked. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan State.
And we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult for him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling them up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle them up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception of the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. Firing to the right, complete. Bounced off his feet.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Back to throw, it's Childs. Pulls it in, it's Marsh. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Way too close to punt. Way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Rush is on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught behind the line. It's White. Looks as if they might have that screen really set up, but he'll be stopped short of the marker. It's fourth down. The Badgers decide to punt it away. Now on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On third and short, the power run here. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
And it's nice to be an offensive coordinator and go, all right, run it. Like, run it again. Run it again. 5 straight runs, moving the sticks, all easy, high percentage runs, keeping the ball on the ground. They must think they have a physical advantage up front.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Quarterback extends the play. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Spartans send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hilton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Sanders. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badgers.
momentum is such a real thing in college football. And scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Flushed out of the pocket. And the 35, he's loose. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. Looking for a deep man. Grabs it inside the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. It's hard to think of many things in football more deflating than making a big play like that and having it wiped out by a penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Childs. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give to the tailback. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in East Lansing. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Spartan Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. the Badgers will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that.
That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Spartan. The defense putting points on the board.
How about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. The run from the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll go right back to him. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Childs. Snagged in the middle. It's Marsh. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Sparty.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense defense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck it.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Sanders. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends hanging the decibel meter on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
To the air, it's Childs. Got him downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The screen, watch out. And they pick up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Spartans have this offense rolling. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. To the ground with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Using his feet to buy time. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. But now, time for the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this.
Makes the grab past the marker. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Michigan State, 31, Wisconsin, 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught in the backfield, it's White. Made a defender miss. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to scramble. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Sanders. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Got his man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
It's a fumble! And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Leaves it with the back. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of 1st downs. I need 2. I need 2 1st downs.
There he goes. Got enough for the 1st. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. The give as they work on that clock. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Turns it on in midfield. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.